You probably heard that well-rounded students don't get admitted to highly selective universities like the Ivy League, MIT, Stanford, and others, but that's not entirely true. So if you want to get admitted to a highly competitive university as a well-rounded student, but you just don't know how to, in this video, I'm gonna be sharing with you all the best strategies to make your college application more compelling with a step-by-step process of how you can find your spike as a well-rounded student. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Karina. I'm a Harvard alumna and your favorite admissions consultant. And welcome to my channel where I share study hacks, productivity tips, and practical frameworks, as well as admission tips to help you to get admitted to your dream school and elevate your life through education. But before we start, are you a well-rounded student? So a well-rounded student is someone who is interested in lots of different things. That doesn't necessarily mean that they have no clue of what they want to study or that they're just doing a million different things just to get admitted to a good university, but rather that they are following their multiple passions, and this might look like they're less focused on their application or rather mediocre on all those different areas, which doesn't help you to make a strong case to what makes you special in your college admissions. And here's where a good spike comes in. But what is a spike and why do you need a spike as a well-rounded student? So we're all multidimensional, multi-passionate people who have many different interests. But when you only have 15 minutes to make your case to get admitted to your dream school, you cannot afford to list all your passion and interests in one single application. At the end of the day, admission officers are humans, and we are hardwired to be more interested in stories rather than a dry list of facts and figures. And creating a spike is all about creating a cohesive narrative about who you are and narrowing down to that one thing that makes you special. Storytelling in the form of a spike makes your narrative more memorable, and it makes it harder for admission officers to compare your application against others because your spike is unique to you. And there are generally two kinds of spike, a hard spike and a soft spike. But what is the real difference between these two kinds of spikes? So if you have a hard spike, that means that you excel at something specific with tangible ways to quantify your accomplishments in a well-known subject area. For example, if you have won the International Maths Olympiad or if you have published a New York best-selling novel. The problem with having a hard spike though is that the more popular the area, the more competition you're going to have. And that means that it will be much harder for you to have an impressive spike in that subject, because that means that you're gonna need to be the best or one of the best people in the world at that subject, like maths or physics. So if you don't have any national or international awards in a specific subject area, then you're gonna need to work on creating a soft spike. And a soft spike is all about creating an overarching theme for your entire application by weaving together all your interests into a cohesive narrative. And a soft spike allows you to become unique by sharing how you're the best person in the world in this exact combination of interests. And just like art, a soft spike is much harder to replicate. So by default, when you create a soft spike, you are effectively creating an applicant pool of one for yourself. But creating a pool of one with a spike is easier said than done. We're all multi-passionate people with a variety of different interests that we pursue every single day. And when it comes to extracurricular activities to help you to stand out in your college admissions process, there are endless options and possibilities. And if you're a multi-passionate individual like me, you can use my admissions trifecta strategy to create a spike for your application. And here's how you can create your unique spike following my trifecta strategy with 5 simple steps. First, you're going to be writing down all your extracurriculars on a piece of paper and divide them into 3 distinct passions. Once you have all the activities listed out, you want to list all your accomplishments, motivations, and most memorable moments next to each activity for every single activity that you listed out. From there, you're gonna pick the 15 most impressive activities and identify the 3 most common denominators between those 15 activities. If you're having trouble finding a common denominator for your activities, you can go broader and zoom out to see if there are any other ways where those activities relate to each other around a broader theme. Next, you're going to be crossing out any activity that do not fit into those 3 common denominators and choose the top 10 activities to focus on your activities list on your application, as well as for your essay section. Next, you're going to be creating a through line, because after you have identified your theme, This is your time to actually communicate that spike throughout your application by explicitly creating a through line that connects those three pillars of your application and how your activities relate to each other through your application theme. These connections need to be obvious by sharing how those specific skills or values that you gain from all those different areas fit into each other with a spike that combines those three passions in a very unique way to create a pool of one and to help you to stand out in your admissions process and make it harder for admission officers to compare your application to anyone else's. I hope that this video helps you in your academic journey and inspires you to apply to your dream school. Because preparing for your college admissions process takes a lot of time, and it can be overwhelming to learn all the nuances of how to get admitted to your dream school, researching all over the internet how to create an application strategy specific to you, or to stress over what you need to do to get admitted. And we all know that your time in high school is precious, so instead of wasting hours and hours trying to find answers on your own, without really knowing if what you're doing could actually help you to land your dream college, you could just join my mentorship program in the link below, where I'm gonna help you throughout your admissions process with personalized advice to get you admitted. That's it for this video. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more educational content and admission tips. And if you'd like to supercharge your learning and earning potential with a degree from a top university, you can check out some resources I made available for you on this video description. And don't forget that the more you learn, the more you can achieve. So stay inspired, stay motivated, and I'll see you in my next video.